Hi, this is a short video where we can show you how we can set up the new notification service with Microsoft Teams. So picking up from the the setup that I have in my blog, I do have a Keptn environment running version 4, and we have a series of services to allow the deployment of an application with an integration to Microsoft Teams. So these instructions here that are listed as step-by-step kind of summary are what we're going to show you now in this video. So first we're going to come in here and create a team, create a new team. We'll create it from scratch. We'll make it public. Let's just call it Keptn. Once we make our team, we can add members to join, but in our case I'm already a member, so I'm going to skip this step. And we're going to go ahead and create a new channel. And let's just give this, maybe call it Keptn Notifications. Add that channel. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and add a connector. And in this case, we want to add an incoming webhook. So we'll choose that one. And we will install it. And let's just go ahead and call this Keptn Notifications. Actually, we can call this Keptn Webhook. And we could optionally give it an image. Let's go ahead and give it Keptn, and we will create. And what we need to do is save this webhook that it generated. We're going to use this webhook for the configuration of the service. Now we are done. And if we need to manage this again, we can come into configured. We can see one configured, and then we can manage this webhook again. So now at this point, we do have our Keptn Notifications channel as part of our team. Now let's move on to the step to deploy the Keptn notification service. So you can see here I'm in GitHub. And what we can do is take these two files, notification distributors YAML and notification service YAML, and copy that up into our environment. So here you can see I have these two files here. And what we need to do is edit the notification service file. And down here, if you notice, there's a URL for Microsoft Teams. And so we're just simply going to paste in our webhook URL that we had from the configuration of Teams. And we'll just simply save this. And now in order to deploy this into our environment, we can just do cube control, apply this file. When we need to do the distributors, which is the service that's going to be listening to the Keptn events. And then we're going to also install the service and the right name. And now this is here, and so what we can do is monitor this by looking at cube control, and we'll look in the Keptn namespace and monitor the pods. And so what you should see here is the services starting to be put in place. Let me just watch it one more time. Okay, so now we have our notification service up, then all the distributors listening for events. Now we can go ahead and let's fire off an event. There's a couple ways it can be done. It can be done directly from the CLI, but why don't I just show you a way we can actually run it from Azure DevOps pipelines using the CLI. So here I have a pipeline created with a bash task, and simply I'm configured some parameters to define the URL, my token, my project, my image. I'm downloading the CLI as a step. I'm making it executable. I'm going ahead and running the Keptn auth in an automated way, and then I'm going to send the image that's defined in my variables here. So if I go ahead and create this release, let it run, we can watch the release here, and we can watch the logs as it's executing. And what we're going to be looking for is the send event to be initially created and to show up in our team service. So if we kind of keep Teams open at the same time, you could probably see it take place almost as soon as the send event takes place. Oh, there you go. So here, if you noticed, I'm already receiving a new artifact event for my front-end service. I've done a configuration change, and let's just look at the logs real quick just to see what was happening there. So, in my case, I had a URL, particular project. I wanted the front end image, tag number 1. Here it downloaded the CLI, kind of a big download. Then it's decompressing the tar, making it executable, authenticating my CLI, successfully authenticated, send my new artifact event, send the new artifact successfully. And now that my pipeline is running, I can see here my new artifact. I actually have this Keptn context ID. So if I am using Keptn bridge, which is this, I can come here and search for that context ID, and I can see more details about the log from bridge. But you can see here, down at the bottom, I am sending the new event, and it's in the process of deploying the app right now. So if we continue to monitor this, we will eventually get a deployment complete event, and it will do the testing and move on through the various stages. So there we go, deployment finished right there. And doing deployment into staging, configuration change in staging, and so on. So that's basically what's happening here. So hopefully you now see how easy that is to set up.